There's two types of woke. The political ideology kind that is co-opted by the left, usually used for systemic injustice and or whatever they want to campaign or champion against nowadays. It's very secular in thinking. And then there's the idea of spiritual awakening, where afterwards, after having a dark night of the soul or some sort of journey or experience where you have like maybe a schizophrenic panic attack or episode, you sort of wake up, you know. You kind of see like how everyone's in a sort of bot-minded and or lull themselves into some sort of comfortable dream. And to be awake or woke in that sense is to be aware of the dream and then to decide what you want to do, I guess. You kind of have a lot of freedom with the idea of being woke. It's not like something crazy. There's actually a famous story during the Chinese Boxer Rebellion, Lu Shun, I want to say, and he talks about everyone being asleep in an iron house. And he talks about how, everyone's going to die inside the iron house, but you can wake people up and then try to break down the iron house to escape and get freedom. And there's a chance there, but it's no guarantee. So then the moral dilemma is whether or not you want to let people sleep and then die in comfort while they're resting, or if you want to try to wake people up and then have them suffer the existential idea of being aware that they're stuck in an iron prison and then try to fight or break free. So that's the dilemma with the Iron House story. And if you look at how we construct our systems, the Matrix, the Panopticon, it's not a particular leftist ideology to say that being woke is particularly secular in the leftist field. You can be technically woke in the right, although if you go too far right, you start noticing things, and then that might be too far, right? So all we really want to say is that like there's like two types of woke, and I think that's important to distinguish. But of course, if you talk to anyone who's online or pedantically in the political circles, they're going to think woke means a specific label, and they mean the secular thing. So you can see how sort of languages evolve and their meanings change, and it depends on context too. Because if I say woke or wokeism or something like that, you might feel like it's a political or social awareness rather than a spiritual or metaphysical awareness. To be sort of like watching the Platonic shadows on the cave or the cave's wall as we create our hyperreality or hyperstition of reality that we just examine and observe, rather than the abject touching grass. I mean, isn't that what we're kind of doing? We're just kind of like always chronically online or chronically on our phones on TikTok or Reels or whatever, and then just watching all sorts of content perused through our reality, through our sort of black mirrors of whatever. I'm not disagreeing. I mean, it's pretty enjoyable sometimes, but also it's not the same as touching grass. And even then, like when you touch grass, you can go into the philosophy route. Is that really grass? What is grass? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to go too deep into what it means to be spiritually awakening or spiritually awakened. Rather, I just wanted to point out there's two different distinctions for woke, and there's the political kind, and that there's the spiritual kind. And that's just me riffing off into space.